Ibi, for folks who don't know, take 30 seconds or a minute, tell us your background.
Well, I put together kind of a career in the gold business almost by accident. I mean, when I discovered gold 20 years ago or so, I was immediately fascinated. I mean, you pick up one of these coins and wait a minute, why is it so heavy? Like you guys were saying at the bar. Yeah. So check this out.
Yeah, that was actually the wealthiest I've ever been in my life, holding that bar in my hand.
This is a strange thing, and then you realize that this comes out of the earth. I mean, it takes 2,000 or 3,000 pounds of dirt to process to make this one coin. You know, like
2,000 or 3,000 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, a ton of gold will give you like 3 grams. Or a ton of dirt will give you like 3 grams of gold. And so when I saw that, I mean, I was fascinated. And then a company finds gold, and the stock goes up, 10 times. And that caught my attention, and I said, I got to figure out how all this works.
What do you mean, company finds gold, and then the stock goes up 10 times?
Yeah, like so they say...
Like mining.
They're looking for gold.
Okay.
And so they're looking for gold, and they go out and they find it, and they say, we found a gold mine, and their stock goes crazy, and you get kind of gold fever. There's shows, you watch Deadwood or some show about this. It's real, And so I figured that out, and then I got into that business, and then I realized that that's a bad business because most people don't find gold, just like most people's crypto coin doesn't go up. And so anyway, so I discovered the royalty business, and that's what the book is really about, the war against your wealth and how to win it. Is we are in a war against our efforts to build wealth, we're under attack, and you guys know that. And so I discovered the royalty business where all my money is, and so we've created these long-term royalties on various different types of assets. And it's a business I'm enthusiastic about, so I wrote the whole book so that everyone can understand that. And so we look to take a royalty on the gold output from a mine, which is very different. You don't pay for any, you can have strikes, you can have floods, all these things happen. We don't pay for any of that. It's just a carried interest in the mine. So that's how my career kind of evolved. And here we are today with outright craziness in the world, right?
Yeah, we want to get into that crazy part.
Who would have predicted all these things, 20 years ago?
How do we know this is real? How do we know when you hold a gold coin like that, how do you know it's real? How do you know it's fake?
So the best way to do I like coins because they're very hard to fake. So like nobody's going to really put in the time and the effort, and you put one coin on your finger and you kind of hit it together, you can hear this sound, this very unique sound that it makes. It's called the ping test. If you go into a pawn shop, the first thing they'll do is they'll ping the coins together and they'll listen for that unique sound. The problem with the bars is that a couple of years ago, the Chinese were putting tungsten cores in the bars, so it has a similar weight to gold, and then they were putting gold on the outside.
It's like that goes all the way back to the Roman Empire when they tried shooting the gold
exactly
coins.
Right.
So, are you saying the Chinese can't be trusted when it comes to assets like this?
Well, but they can be. They can be because the Chinese are very intense about gold. So the Chinese, they don't let any gold leave the country. They're the biggest producer in the world of gold. But they don't let any gold that they produce leave the country.
Why is that? What's their argument behind it?
They want it in country. They want gold. So whereas Americans, they produce gold in Nevada and it just leaves the country. The Chinese are like, no.
Why though? Why do they want it?
They see it as real wealth.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.